Welcome back to Dastardly Hamster. If you're thinking about starting a reaction channel, or you're just interested in how much they actually make, you've come to the right place. I'm going to be going through with you a ton of different statistics, including information about our channel, how much money we have made total, how that money was made, the average amount we make per view, how many of our videos got monetized, and how to dispute the inevitable copyright protections you will get on your reaction videos. So stay tuned for all of that. First, a little bit about our channel. We're a small channel of 4,313 subscribers. We started back in March of 2024. It's currently December of 2025, meaning that our channel has been around for about 1 3/4 years. You need 1,000 subs to be monetized, and we hit that after about 6 months. We currently have 113 videos up. So how much money do we make? You can find that by going to analytics and then going to see more, but we're going to look at lifetime. And you can see here that our estimated lifetime revenue is $939.17. However, we did make some money from a Buy Me a Coffee account, which we also have $131 there, which equals $1,070.17. However, we are Canadian, so we have to do one more calculation here. Canada to USD dollar. You can see that that amounts to $773.89 USD. So let's do some more math here. Let's look at how many views we have. Go over here. We can see views are 649,284. What happens if we divide $773.89 divided by 649,284? Okay. As you can see, we get about 1/10 of 1 cent USD for every view, which is not a lot. Let's break this down further. How much of that is from YouTube ad revenue money, so views, view count, and how much of that is from people donating to the channel? So if we go to revenue, and then we go to supers and gifts right here, and then we go to see more, and we're going to set it to lifetime, and you can see it's $187.28. But we have to add the Buy Me a Coffee money to that too. Okay, so we're gonna do that plus the 131 from earlier. We are going to convert that to American, and we get $230.09. How much of our money is from donations? So if we go 230.09 divided by 773.89, gets us about 29 to 30% of the total money we're bringing in comes from donations. So almost a third. So let's break this down even further. We have 113 videos, 773.89 divided by 113. Roughly $6.84 per video. But let's break it down further.
Jesus, how deep does this go?
How much are we making per hour? Some reaction channels, will just upload directly whatever they've recorded. They won't do much editing. Ours, we actually do a significant amount of editing. Because we do long recordings, and then I edit it down quite a bit to get something that I think is more interesting. And I think you sort of have to do that to get noticed because there's so many reaction channels, but not everyone does it. And it's a luxury if you don't have to do it. So I spend about 2 hours on average per video editing them. Some are much longer, some are much shorter. On average, we also spend about half an hour per video recording them. So between 2 people. So that's an hour total. So it's about 3 hours of work per video on average. Let's take this number and we're going to divide that by 3, and that's how much we're making an hour. But we're not done yet because this is split between 2 people. Now, I know you must be thinking, this does not seem like a lot, and you're right. But I will say, this will get easier over time as you establish a viewing audience. As you get more subscribers, it gets sent out to more people. It's easier to build your audience as you get bigger. But you should know, typically, for most people, with some exceptions, it's going to be a very long start. So then you might be asking, how many of your videos actually get monetized? So let's look at that too. Because some don't make us any money at all. So on the YouTube page here, you can see it says monetization. And I've already gone through and counted these, so I won't do that again here. It turned out that 37 out of 113 videos were not monetized. So again, a little less than a third. Now, why does this happen? Well, because you're using copyrighted material, and when you do that, it's instantly flagged. Nobody has to file a complaint. Nobody has to say anything. Just as soon as you upload it, it's already flagged. And this is almost always the case. There's rare exceptions where it hasn't been, but I would say that happens maybe like 2% of the time. Like, it's very rare. So what do you do when you get your videos flagged for copyright? Well, the first thing that you do is you hover over where it says copyright here. You go to see details. and it's going to tell you here what the issue is. And you're going to want to click on Take Action. Then you'll have a couple options here. You're going to want to click on Dispute. Click Continue. It'll give you more information. Just continue as well. And you're going to want to go down to Copyright Exceptions such as Fair Use. Click Continue. Sometimes it'll give you this screen, sometimes it won't. Either way, you want to go to Dispute. You don't want to go to Escalate to Appeal. Escalate to Appeal will push it through quicker within 7 days. But if you are wrong, so if they reject your dispute, you'll get a copyright strike. And a copyright strike is much worse than just having the copyright. A copyright strike, if you get 3 of them, it typically will mean that your account is banned from YouTube. As far as I understand, there's not really a good process to dispute that once it happens. So you don't even want to play with that. So you just want to go to this one. This one's safer. You're not going to get a copyright strike from this, or at least I've never had that happen. Not saying it could never happen, but it would be very unusual. Okay, so you go to Dispute here, and you click Continue. It's going to give you some terms here. Just say, yes, I believe my video is protected under fair use, fair dealing, or similar exceptions to copyright. Click Continue, and at the top here, type a reuse. You're going to put reaction video. It's going to ask you, why is your use to claimant content an example of fair use required? And what I put in here, it's just a little thing that I've copy and pasted into all my videos. I actually took this from another content creator. I don't actually remember who it came from, so if you recognize it, please let me know in the comments and I'll give them appropriate credit. This is what I write. This is our musical reaction, breakdown, and commentary analysis of the song. We intend no copyright infringement. This is not a replacement for listening to the song. So you can write some variation of that. And then you have to click these 3. My video does not infringe the claimed copyright. I understand that the claimant will be able to review my video and dispute my rationale. And I understand that filing fraudulent disputes may result in termination of my YouTube account. And then you put your signature here. And then you click Submit. Now, typically what's going to happen is they will have 30 days to review it. You'll either get a response or the 30 days will go by and they just wouldn't have responded to it. And in that case, then the copyright restriction is removed and the video can be monetized. I find that in most cases, they just don't reply to it at all. I think especially if you're a small channel, they probably just don't care, but some do. Some will immediately reject your dispute. And if that happens, that's okay. It's not a copyright strike. There's no penalty on your account. It just means that you can't monetize it. That is mostly everything. Just some final words of advice. You're not going to make a lot of money, at least initially. People seem to think this is just a free money button. It's not. You'll probably have to work really hard to be noticed by the algorithm because there's so many reaction channels out there already. And in our case, that means doing a lot of editing to make sure that the videos are a little bit different from what you might find elsewhere. But even then, right, it's hard to stand out. The song you're reacting to might have been reacted to 50 different times already. So what's going to make your reaction stand out? Why are people going to seek you out? So just be aware of it's not an easy process to get started. And so I don't want to make it seem like it is, but it can be rewarding if you're able to grow your account and gain a lot of subscribers. Just don't expect to get there immediately. And one final thing, as you can see, we don't make a lot of money here. So if you do want to support this channel, you can either give us a super thanks, or you can send something to our Buy Me a Coffee account, and that will be provided in the description below. And that's it for us Hamstars. Spin your wheel down to that subscribe button and give us a dastardly thumbs up.